What if I told you that McDonald's, the world's most iconic fast food chain, isn't actually in the food business? Yes, the burgers, fries, and Happy Meals are just the surface. The real story is hidden underneath every golden arch you've ever seen. Behind the scenes, McDonald's is a real estate empire. A global machine built on land, leases, and a business model that's so efficient it earns billions without flipping a single burger. This is the untold story of how McDonald's makes money, and how it became one of the most quietly dominant companies in the world. The franchise system, scaling without owning everything. In the early days, McDonald's looked like any other restaurant, but Ray Kroc, the man who took it global, saw something no one else did. He didn't just see a restaurant, he saw a system. Instead of owning and managing every McDonald's location, Kroc decided to franchise the model. That means local entrepreneurs, known as franchisees, pay to operate a McDonald's under strict guidelines. They take on the costs of building and running the restaurant. They hire the employees. They deal with customers, operations, and logistics. And in return, McDonald's gives them the brand, the menu, the training, and the promise of a business model that already works. But here's the genius. McDonald's still gets paid, no matter what. Franchisees don't just pay to use the name. They also pay a percentage of their sales and rent. And that's where things get interesting. The real estate strategy, the secret business model. Ray Kroc didn't stop at franchising. He realized there was an even bigger opportunity, owning the land. Here's how it works. When a new McDonald's opens, the corporation either buys the land or signs a long-term lease. Then, McDonald's leases that property to the franchisee, often at a higher rate than the market average. So now, McDonald's gets two revenue streams. A cut of the restaurant's sales, guaranteed rent from the property, no matter how the restaurant performs. Even if the location struggles or fails, the real estate income keeps flowing. That's not a fast food business. That's a real estate strategy with fries on the side. How McDonald's makes its billions. Let's break down exactly how McDonald's gets paid. Initial franchise fee, just to get started. Royalty fee, a percentage of gross monthly sales. Rent. This is where McDonald's wins big. Rent can be quite high depending on the location. Imagine thousands of restaurants around the world, all sending a portion of their revenue back to McDonald's, month after month. This isn't just passive income. It's engineered cash flow, backed by contracts, control, and decades of fine-tuning. In fact, many franchisees say rent is one of their biggest expenses. But for McDonald's, it's the most reliable stream of income. Why this model works so well? The brilliance of this system is in its structure. McDonald's has figured out how to scale globally without owning most of its restaurants. Over 90% of all McDonald's locations are franchised. That means franchisees risk their own capital. McDonald's keeps control of the brand, and profits flow up the chain, without McDonald's getting its hands greasy. McDonald's enforces strict consistency, the same fries in Tokyo, Toronto, and Paris. That's not just good branding, it's operational discipline. Behind the scenes, McDonald's runs Hamburger University, a training center where franchisees and staff learn every detail, from grill timing to customer greetings. The system is precise, the process is standardized, and the results are global. The real estate empire, $30 billion hidden in plain sight. Here's the real kicker. McDonald's owns more real estate than most real estate companies. It controls over $30 billion in property, making it one of the largest commercial landlords on earth. The land under thousands of stores across the world? That's McDonald's territory. And unlike the food business, real estate doesn't spoil. It doesn't depend on seasonal trends. It just keeps paying. Even during recessions, global crises, or a pandemic, rent payments keep flowing in. McDonald's isn't just recession-resistant. It's practically recession-proof. The criticism: what's the cost of all this control? But not everyone's loving it. Franchisees often face tight control and little room to innovate. High rent and operational fees can put pressure on their margins. Meanwhile, workers at many locations still face low wages and limited benefits. And let's not forget the infamous ice cream machine scandal, where McDonald's locked franchisees into exclusive contracts with a supplier whose machines were constantly breaking down. Turns out that machine repair business? It's another hidden source of revenue. just not for the people scooping the sundaes. So yes, the model is brilliant, but it's also rigid, powerful, and, some argue, a bit ruthless. Conclusion: not just a burger joint. So next time you see those golden arches, remember, you're not just looking at a fast food restaurant. You're looking at a global real estate empire. A machine so refined, it earns billions, not by cooking food, but by owning the ground beneath it. McDonald's doesn't need to make the best burgers. It just needs to own the land, control the system, and keep collecting checks. And that's how McDonald's wins, over and over again. If you found this video eye-opening, there's a lot more where that came from. We break down the strategies behind the world's most powerful companies, the moves they make, and the secrets they don't want you to know. So if you're serious about understanding how money, power, and business really work, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the next empire we uncover might just change how you see the world again. Welcome to the channel where business gets decoded.